Alright, so here's the last video, hopefully, the run that I did earlier. I don't know when this video is probably going to come out. I don't know, later in the week. But yeah, so I'm taking this one, gives us aftershock damage, crit damage, as well as whenever we hit them with their EX special or ultimate, they take reduced. Their damage is damage resistance. There we go. Damage resistance is reduced by 30%, which should include all elements.
I've got your back. Number 0, Captain of Silver Squad.
In some news, I've seen some of the buffs. Nothing's confirmed or anything like that. It's just people have uploaded videos. I'm not personally on any of the beta test servers or anything like that. But just from what people have said, they can kind of be summarized into two things. For one, Sanby's getting an extra follow-up attack on her third lightning strike attack. You know, because with Sanby, right, you want to make sure you fill up that ring completely and then do all three. Like every time, you just want to do 3. Because if you do less than 3, it's not worth it. So one of the things that they buffed is when you do all 3, which is already most of your damage comes from that, you're getting an extra damage thing on top of that, which, you know, is fine. Additionally, apparently the timing between her 3 slashes so that you can get that lightning bolt at the end is slightly increased. I don't know how big of an increase that is, but the point is, either way, you still want to just spam it anyway, so it's not that big a deal. Additionally, her ult and chain attack are also being considered aftershock damage, which I didn't know before they weren't considered that. I thought they were always considered that, but I guess not. So there's another bonus there. And then lastly, the one thing that I feel like does make a pretty big change is that aftershock attacks like Trigger when she shoots her little, her assist beams or whatever, they will build that little meter a little bit. So basically, I don't know how fast it'll build up, but you might even say that like when she does her melee attacks, when she fills a full melee attack combo, she fills up half the meter. So 2 melee attack combos gives you the full meter. So I wonder if by the time she fills up 1/2 of the meter with her first basic attack combo, if you're running someone like Trigger and Orpheus here, for example, between the 2 of them, will they have enough aftershock to fill up the second half? Because if they do, that's kind of a lot of DPS you're increasing. Now, obviously, I don't think if you're fighting an enemy that dodges, that you have to dodge a lot, so you do dodge counters, you're not going to speed that up a lot. But enemies that you don't have to dodge as much, they're probably going to benefit from this, because while you're melee attacking, they're building up some of the star mark. And then, by the time you finish half of it, they've finished the other half, and now you could just, let loose with your triple attack, whatever. So, I don't know. It's interesting. We'll see how that all adds together. Let's see. So the other thing is here, again, like I said last time, you really want to block attacks every so often. It lasts 30 seconds, so it shouldn't go away too fast. You have to block at least 6 times. And once you knock her out of the sky, so you have to block her twice and knock her out of the sky, and you're pretty much solid. So we'll see if I can balance that. I wish, again, everybody, we've all complained about this. I just wish they would show us buffs. There's no reason not to do it other than just to piss us off or whatever. So.
The sacred path must not be profaned.
Leave it to adjusting for wind. Straight on cue. Now you can. Move behind me. Take a break, Nicole.
Apparently we might be getting a 5-star Nicole, which is pretty crazy, because actually I like Nicole a lot. But if 5-star Nicole is just as useful as regular Nicole, it'd be nice to have like a 5-star Sandy team with, with Nicole there.
Wipe them out. Loyalty. Keep going. Focus.
I think I messed up that DPS window. Put it on more.
Ether vision activate. This bullet will reach its mark.
Did we miss? That miss? Are you serious? I would have, you would have figured that the whole point of that being a sniper was it would like reach across the map, but it has the same amount of range as her EX special attack. My gosh. And as I pressed the button too, I knew it was gonna happen. I sat there and I was like, I'm not gonna hit her. She's out of range, even though I had faith in the game that it would not screw me over, but it didn't. My faith went up. Do every one of these blocks count?
Move behind me.
Or is it only when you get a manual flash? That was terrible. I pressed the swap button. I didn't get the swap, unfortunately. And before I knew what was happening, I was of course. This boss, man, it's like, it's kind of fun to play, but it's also unbelievably rage-inducing. Like, she doesn't follow most of the rules that most other bosses do in terms of like.
The sacred path must not be profaned.
I think mainly I'm just pissed off because I have to block. Which I don't mind. There's nothing wrong with playing. You have to use Jane all the time itself. So it's part of my game for that. It's just with Sanby, it's not worth doing. Like, they're perfectly causing me to lose DPS. And my brain just doesn't like that sort of thing.
Downstairs. What you deserve. Ether vision activate. Move behind me. The target's exposed.
That's when they're so small.
Loyalty.
I'll do that again. I think, what was that machine? I forgot what his name was. I keep forgetting what their names are. Like, as soon as they leave, I forgot what their names are. The one that does that triple attack thing, and then he just, like, disables himself.
The faithless are a blight upon this world.
Leave it to recalibrating. Down static.
What?
I'm on it. Right on cue.
You want from me?
Move behind me. Engaging. Wipe them out. Time to wrap things up. Bye-bye, suckers.
Look at the range on that.
Fire!
Oh, I
Force
can't
the
believe
path I tread! Rising tide of destiny! Annihilation! To defy is blessed!
Here, it's actually it's beneficial to just ignore everything and just get this all these parries off. Mainly just because.
Right on cue. Too slow. Down strategy.
Mainly just because it takes the miasma barrier off, and you want that off as soon as possible. So not only does it give her a bunch of defense, it gives her a bunch of damage resistance.
You want that down. Let me give you a little treat. Like
That entire time, I don't think I had it.
Syrian division.
It's also no good time to like squeeze in.
Leave it to me, Anne.
Squeeze in.
This bullet will reach its mark. Down strategy.
I mean, that happens a lot. I'm not just tripping. The stupid. Half the time when you block her, she's just out of range. It doesn't. That boss just pisses me off. Ugh, that was a terrible run. It happens. You have to be really careful when she does that like weird thing where she launches those like X's at you from far away, and then you can parry them back. If you're not really on point with those, you'll block, but then you're like suddenly out of the way, and they just won't hit her. Like you won't send them back. It's really dumb. We'll try one more. Let's get in here. Like I said, it's partially just a skill issue, but like I don't know. I just don't find fighting her super fun.
The faithless are a
That's
blight upon
that's
this
kind of how
world.
bosses are. They kind of force you into particular mode of playing.
Right on cue.
I dodged. I'm out of assist points. When? Let's try this again. That's crazy. I only blocked like 3 times. That's interesting. I don't know what's going on there. If I run out of assist points, that means that the buff should be maxed out, but either way. Let's try this again.
The sacred path
Go
must
on.
not be profaned.
Ether vision activate. Right on cue. What you deserve. Recalibrating.
What is that? What is that? Oh my gosh, dude. Hitting me with fake hitboxes now. I'm telling you.
Down strategy. Now you carry.
And then this happens.
Roger that.
She's just so awkward. Like, all her moves piss me off. How to get consistent with that? I could have done a flash there, but it's not worth it.
Right on cue. Get ready.
Look at the range on that! I'm not, that was just kind of like, oh, I wasn't mad about that. It's crazy, the range on that specifically.
Creed.
Oh,
One
I
shot,
messed
one
up.
kill. What's the advantage? Current overload. Resolve.
Soldiers! Fight by my side!
Keep you safe. Ether vision activate. Down strategy. Welcome to third. Now you pay.
Of course.
My bullets are one with the wind.
It was just occurred to me. Not a good run.
Sustaining
Just
fire.
because I have the wrong W engine on the board. That stun needs to come just a little sooner. I had to get on that a lot better. The other time I completely ran out of. The one other time I completely ran out of Trigger's little purge meter or whatever. So I commented on a video at some point. Maybe one of you guys who's done more research can tell me. I have a 2-piece Shadow Harmony on. No, shut up, go away. Should I upgrade this? You get a little more damage out of it, but no, that's not really worth it.
Nothing
Is
to
it?
fear. The cunning hairs are here.
Yeah, I'm running 2-piece Shadow Harmony on Trigger, but I'm wondering if running 2-piece, what's it called? Branch and Blade Song might not be better. Because if you're running Trigger, she's gonna crit every time anyway. She has nearly 100% crit anyway, right?
Must not be profaned!
16% crit damage might be better for boosting all her damage.
Right on cue.
That's what I hate about these. Stress again. I hate defensive assists. If I could disable them, I would. Like, they're like the most useless things in this entire game. They just take so long. Nobody has one that like Seth's is my favorite because like you can actually quick assist before he even finishes his defensive assist.
Adjusting for wind.
Everyone else just takes forever.
Down strategy. Now you pay.
I think it might have been more beneficial to get the defensive assist off that twirl, but it's really hard to like make that decision. Plus the briefcase debuffs ran out a lot quicker than I wanted them to.
The sacred path must not be profaned!
Saviors recalibrating. Down strategy. Now you pay. Right on cue. What you deserve.
Fire! Forge the path!
Sniper's Creed. One shot, one kill.
Retreat to advance. Time to step back.
Listen carefully. The tide of fate! Sink! Ultra! Futile resistance!
Oh, that was awesome.
Press the advantage.
Right on set.
No one left London. You won't back down.
Target locked.
Soldier! Fight by my side!
Recalibrating. My bullets are one with the wind.
Right on cue. Focus.
The target's exposed.
Just like,
Time's overload.
I don't know how much it's good about this. I'm just gonna hold the trigger on this one at a time.
Let me give you a little treat. Like right over. Right on cue.
Let's see what I did. I did a lot better this time. You see what I mean? Like that Kaboom, the cannon, is ridiculous. Now that just specifically the way they're built. The vault might outpace that later, depending if I get it to max whatever. But for now, it's just dumb. It's just really good. We'll just go over the builds real quick.
Where are we
Already
going?
gone over
I'm
time on
standing
this
by.
one more than usual. Again, hasn't changed from last time. 3,300 attack, 200 crit damage, and 60 crit rate. At the end of the calculation, all buffs out of combat buffs and all that stuff. By that point, at my 97% crit rate. I'm actually thinking about maybe bumping crit damage up and dropping a little bit of crit chance, but we'll see. There's that. The main thing is, like, this could use more crit rate. This could use attack percentage. So there's pieces here and there that could be better, but all in all, I kind of like where I'm at here. I want the electrical damage here, obviously, but again, because we're not getting a whole lot of attack buffs, I'm not overstacking or anything like that, so it's not bad. Again, 84% plus 15 from Nicole gets her to 99%. If I get another crit roll, it'll boost her over, and then I'll be at 1% or whatever. And you really don't want to do that. The amount of effort it takes to get another disc, 1%, one crit roll higher, takes way longer than it's worth. So I wouldn't recommend really digging too deep for that. But that's as good as it's gonna get, really. Like I said, I'm running her on Shadow Harmony 2-piece for the 15% aftershock increase, but I think maybe a 2-piece Branch and Blade song might be a little bit better. That's kind of iffy. Not to mention, I actually don't have better pieces than these two to replace anyway, so this is kind of where it's going to be from now on. But I think in the final calculation, Branch and Blade song might be better, just because it boosts everything she does, right? Her ult and her EX special, I don't think are aftershock attacks, so it's not boosting. So Shadow Harmony isn't boosting that, but Branch and Blade song will, because they're most likely going to crit, right? So just keep that in mind. But yeah, so just a bunch of crit rate here and there, wherever you can. And that's, yeah, then obviously her weapon. And then lastly, we're going, I guess no Mindscapes here, but here I do have Mindscapes. one. 20% more damage on the stun, more harmonizing shots, and higher purge limit. Where are we here? Nicole. Not too bad. 70% crit rate because she's at 55 plus her own buff gets her to 70. So it's not bad. She hits, like her bubble hits so often that 70% of those ticks hitting is still better, right? It's not bad. And then she gets 30% crit damage from this set. So, you know, every little bit helps. Nothing crazy, but nothing too bad either. Again, this is better because during the entire fight, the fact that Sanby does a lot of damage and Trigger is kind of built for damage. That little bit of extra attack to give her, now that she spams out her aftershocks off field more. Just overall, this one's just the better one. Keeping this uptime, it only lasts for 2 seconds, but it's the briefcase, the bubble lasts for 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds or whatever. This lasts for 2 seconds after that, after it goes away. So it's like 5-ish seconds or something. I don't remember exactly, but you know what I mean? So you get 5 seconds of 15% damage increase. Right now, this one outpaces it because this is 12% attack buff to everybody. But I think if I get this up to max, which is 24% attack damage increase, it might outpace it, but I don't know. The other reason you might want to go with this is because of this energy regen she gets. With this, she can spam out a lot more bubbles, but that becomes more important when the bubble's more worth it. Right now, the bubble's not as worth it as just having a flat team-wide 12% attack increase, but yeah, just keep that in mind. And then again, the gear is just as much crit rate as I could get on her, and that's it. So like this could use crit rate. Obviously, this is pretty good. If I get 1 or 2 crit rate rolls on this, that boosts me up to like 60. Plus 15 is what, 75. So still, again, it's not too bad. Yeah, that's kind of the build there.
Nothing to fear.
What was the other thing I was going to mention?
Here.
I guess that was it. Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully, again, I think last rotation I got too busy and I couldn't get it a lot higher. I don't think I'm going to hit 45, but as you saw there, even this first run there was a bit of inconsistencies. I'm really eager to see if I can hit it up to 45. I'll make a video following up on that if I do make it to 45. If not, you guys probably won't see like an optimized run, because the other video I uploaded, it wasn't super optimal. I'm sure everybody could tell you it was kind of not that good, but it was better than the first run. Was the main point. It was just improvement. Yeah, so if I can improve significantly, like if my numbers all go up across the board, then I'll probably upload a video to show you kind of how I got there. But if they don't improve significantly, then it's really not that big a deal. Yeah, anyway, so see you guys in the next video.